Hey, what's up? Welcome back to Loft 801. My name is Diego, and today we're going to talk about the drama thriller Breaking. Breaking was directed by Abi Damaris Corbin and was released in the USA on August 26th, 2022. Did I slap my knee enough for you? Anyways, it's based on the true story of a disparaged veteran who robbed a bank and held its employees hostage. Now, before I hop into my review, if you want to support the channel, please take a second to like and subscribe and hit the notification bell. It is super duper appreciated. Thank you. I will love you forever and ever. As a heads up, this review will contain some heavy spoilers, so continue at your own risk. Also, if there's something that you want to see reviewed, don't forget to let me know by leaving a comment and I will get to it slowly but surely. Thank you. I'm hopping in 3, 2, 1. Brian Brown Easley is a decorated veteran who is being mistreated by the Department of Veteran Affairs. They have been withholding his welfare checks and he's running out of time to keep his family afloat. As the VA continues to dismiss him, he takes matters into his own hands. He goes to the local Wells Fargo bank and tells the clerk and the managers to evacuate the building because he has a bomb. He forces a clerk and a manager to remain as hostages and inform the authorities. He doesn't actually want to rob the bank and declines any offers the clerk and manager make him. He is very adamant about the media knowing what the VA is doing to him and only wants what he is owed. Tensions rise as the authorities arrive and Brian suspects his negotiations will go sourly. He calls a news center with hopes of speaking about his situation on live air, but they don't air his story. Brian speaks with a negotiator and thankfully things go well. But as he's releasing the hostages and accepting arrest, a sniper shoots and kills him. As the film ends, it is revealed that Brian was not armed and had no bomb on his person. It is also revealed that the VA was purposely dismissing him and withholding his checks. Brian's story is sad for two reasons. Firstly, it's based on a true story and real-life event. This makes the movie much more impactful. Secondly, Brian's story serves as an example of systemic failure and how veterans are often mistreated and disregarded. It also serves as an example of how treating people, human beings, as pawns can have negative consequences. It breaks down members of society who break down other members of society. It's really sad. Be kind to everyone and treat everyone with respect. I thought this film did a great job of portraying Brian's story. The tone was serious and the film was suspenseful. There are several factors that contributed to the suspense, such as the score, soundtrack, acting, and dialogue. The score and soundtrack were ominous and eerie and enhanced the emotions I felt during the film. These emotions were further strengthened by the acting from John Boyega as Brian, Nicole Bahari as the manager, and Selena Slava as the clerk. I could see and feel the fear from both the manager and the clerk. Their crying and eyes showed it all. I could also see the desperation in Brian. He was frantic and Boyega delivered a strong performance with lots of emotion in his voice. He delivered some really strong lines like,
"What do I need to do to get the attention that I need right now?"
It's obvious that he's distressed. However, it's very honorable the way he denies more money than what he is owed. He only wants what is his because he believes in fairness. Seeing him deny the clerk and manager is impactful and helps paint him in a better light in their eyes. When it comes to the direction and pace of this movie, it ran for an hour and 43 minutes. Given the nature of this film, it was a little slow at times. Because there was a lot of waiting while authorities arrived, Brian's demands were addressed, and his phone calls were answered. These events helped elongate the suspense within the film, but I still felt it could have been about 10 minutes shorter. However, I do believe the movie did a good job with the direction and the pace, because rather than staying in the bank for the duration of the film, we saw several other settings. We saw the situation from outside of the bank. We saw the situation in the newsroom. We saw the situation in Brian's home. These other viewpoints helped break up the film nicely. When it came to the cinematography and the production design, I thought they were good, but I wasn't impressed. Much of the film was shot within the bank, which had limited lighting. This resulted in a lot of close-up shots that helped enhance the emotions each character felt, but it was repetitive. I believe that even though the film was mostly shot within the bank, it could have been shot with more creative angles. As I stated earlier, I enjoyed the shots from outside of the bank because they helped break up the monotony. Overall, I thought Breaking was a solid film. It set out to tell the tale of Brian Brown Easley, and I believe it did a good job. It felt very limited by the production design and cinematography, but the story and acting carried this film. John Boyega is a wonderful actor, and I'm happy to see him take on more roles after his career with Star Wars. I also enjoyed the acting by Nicole Bahari and Selena Slava and would be interested in seeing more films they are involved in. The three of them delivered great emotional performances. While the theme and tone in this film were amazing, I felt like the direction and pace could have used a little bit more work. If slow pacing is a deal breaker for you, you might want to skip this movie. For me, Brian's story is impactful and serves as a great reminder of how veterans are mistreated in society today. Breaking is a good film, and if you can stick with the slow pacing, I encourage you to watch it and visualize how simple acts of kindness can prevent great tragedies. Thank you for listening to my review of Breaking. If you enjoyed the content and want to support the channel, please take a second to like and subscribe. It is super appreciated. Thank you. However, if you did not enjoy the content, you're a trooper. Thanks for sticking around. As always, I would love to read what you have to say, so leave a comment down below and I'll respond when I can. Also, if you have something that you want to see reviewed, don't forget to let me know by leaving a comment and I will get to it, slowly but surely. Lastly, if you want to see some more from me, you can check out my vlogs linked up above, or my podcast, Good Friends. Thanks for sticking around. My name is Diego, and I'll see you next time.